So have the great privilege of being with our dear friends. Kathleen's not with us at the moment. Kim and Glen, and they are in the process of moving to Portugal, and they're in the process of putting all the things together for the visa. And one of them is securing a 12-month lease, which they just did on a visit here in December 2025. And we're sitting in their new apartment that they're slowly putting together. So I wanted to take the chance to ask them a few questions about how this all comes together. And the first one was, this is you guys are heading into retirement. This is a big step about just moving. I mean, just in the States, from moving from one state to the other, but you're moving to a whole new country.
Yeah.
And you're moving to Portugal. So how did you come to that decision? And then why Porto? Why Portugal?
So do you mind if I
Go
start?
ahead. Go ahead.
So I was stationed in Iceland for a few years and caught the European travel bug.
Yeah, yeah.
So traveled a little bit in Europe, not a lot, but always felt like I wanted to live here, to move here.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Glenn and I got married, he had not been out of the country. So our first travel was our honeymoon to Iceland.
Wow.
Where he caught the bug. And since then we've been to London, and we kind of started talking about we'd like to retire at some point. I'm a cancer survivor. Last year he went through cancer, and that kind of was the catalyst to our decision of let's not wait. Let's do it now.
Understood.
And retiring in New England, where we're from, isn't financially doable until we were in our 70s. We'd have to keep working. So we thought, let's look for a place where we can afford that would be safe and comfortable and give us the doorstep to travel throughout Europe. And we just kept researching different countries, and Portugal just kept coming out on top.
I know it was the same thing for me and Kathleen.
Yeah.
Because we had that same feeling about wanting to be in Europe. And when we started doing the research, we had never been to Portugal.
Right.
And it was like safest country, healthcare, affordability, all of that. What about you?
Well, for me, it was, I think I worked for a company for 12 years, and one of my very good friends was Portuguese. He was there. He was native, and he was from the Azores.
Okay.
He always spoke of retirement, and he retired at an early age. But he had family. Graciosos, I think, was the main island, and he one of the smaller islands. But he was always working towards retirement, and he started talking to me about Portugal, and of course, being a friend of his, it made it a little easier to open my mind about that. And we started talking about it, and he said, "You really need to check it out. You really need to go there." And so he kind of started the whole ball for us. Actually considering Portugal, and from there we obviously took trips and things like that. Met you guys, started researching everything, and it just started from there. Really, that was the beginning. That was kind of the beginning of everything for me. To talk with him about it.
Yeah.
And with that, I mean, how long have we known each other? A couple of years now, or something? Or?
Yeah, 3 at least. Yeah, we've reached out to you on Facebook 3 or so years ago, and we've traveled to Portugal. This is our 4th trip now.
Okay. Yeah. And my impression is that you keep falling more and more in love with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I didn't want to be somewhere that was too hot, too sunny. He's originally from New England area. So the north of Portugal kind of fit us better weather-wise, I would say. So we did travel through Braga, Viana do Castelo. We looked at Aveiro, Barcelos, Guimarães. We looked at several places just to really get a feel of the area and where we might want to be. Small town, big city. And knowing you, both of you and Kathleen and Josh and Kaylee from Expats Everywhere, who we've followed for years, we felt Porto was a really good soft landing for us.
Good fit.
Support, friends, and we just really like the feel of the city. It's not too big, but we still have plenty to explore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys got your lease. That was a big step. I know it was a
Big
big
step.
step
Huge
for
step,
us in the
huge
visa
step.
process, which you're still in. I mean, when you
Yes.
go back to the States in a
Yes.
couple of weeks, you're going to start putting everything together to go for your appointment.
Yes.
Um, and I know things have changed since we applied back in 2021,
Mm-hmm.
but still, for us, and I know for you guys, there's been a lot of ups and downs,
Yeah.
emotional up and downs,
Yeah.
paperwork up and downs. So, how have you guys kept your focus during this time? Because it is a challenging process.
It's a challenge, and we kind of split the tasks. So
Hmm.
I was taking care of more of the paperwork side of things, gathering everything that we need to, and Glenn's been tasked more with the financial.
Okay.
I I didn't have the capacity to deal with everything, so he's taken upon himself to do the taxes. What are we going to owe in taxes?
Hmm.
Researching that, and
Hmm.
also how can we afford it? What is our budget? That
Right.
kind of thing. So
That's
he's
important.
been really great doing that.
Yeah.
So we've kind of conquered by dividing the tasks up, which has been huge, huge.
Was there anything at any time where you just said, "That's it. I want to throw in the towel, and we're done"?
No, I don't think
Not
so.
yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
We've had challenges,
Mhm.
and we kind of picked each other up,
Okay.
highs and lows. We were lucky enough to get this place,
Mm-hmm.
but we had some challenges ahead before this.
Okay.
We things were going very quickly. Things needed to happen fast,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of, it was frustrating at times, but not anything that we actually ended up getting a place that was, sometimes you just, things happen for a reason,
Right.
right?
Right.
And I think that's what happened with us. We were disappointed. We missed out on a place, but I think we got a better place, and we in a better location,
Mm-hmm.
and we just
It's beautiful.
love where we're at.
Yeah.
And so it all happened for a reason. And
Yeah.
I think when you take that attitude as you move forward, and again, we've got people helping us too. We've got a
Mm-hmm.
law
Sure.
firm, and we had a relocation service that helped us. I think that's sometimes necessary,
Mm-hmm.
especially now, to
Okay.
take some of that pressure off of you,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to have somebody at least helping you navigate through some of that
Yeah.
stuff.
We were trying to do it all on our own because I know you guys
Yeah.
have
We
done it
did
by
all.
yourselves. Josh and Kaylee were
Yeah.
able to do it on their own. So
Yeah.
I kind of got the ball rolling and thought I'm gonna do everything. So we have binders and we've got,
Yes.
we do all the
Yes.
whole thing.
Right.
And I got to a point where I couldn't manage it anymore because of the changes were happening
Yes.
so fast.
Right. Especially with the immigration laws.
Yeah,
Right.
it's been really challenging in that respect. So our relocation company, Instant Relocation Portugal, they've been fantastic
Good.
helping us walk through the process of finding a place to live. And they suggested the same law firm that Josh and Kaylee from Expats Everywhere has suggested.
Right.
So we went ahead with them, and they're taking care of most of the paperwork.
So that's, going on this kind of adventure is quite thrilling, but at the same
Mhm.
time, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to learn. It's a continuing learning process.
Yep.
And I would say, from my experience with me and Kathleen doing this, if you're not together as a team, it's going to be tough.
Definitely.
And
Mhm.
these two are together as a team,
Yeah.
and they're very clear that this is an adventure that they want to take together. And Kathleen will always say to you that, hey, you know what? You can always make a new decision
Yeah.
if something doesn't work out.
Right.
Right.
Choose
Right.
something else.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have been going through this for quite a while.
Yeah.
And you're like right on the doorstep
Yep.
of making it all happen. So looking at that, looking back, and even looking forward as you're doing this, what are 3 pieces of advice that you would give to somebody heading out on an adventure like this, or even a new adventure for
Mhm.
themselves in life?
Well, for me, it was, I think, finding the proper climate. Kim, as you had said, as we said before, Kim and I like it a little bit cold. We like it a little bit rainy.
Yeah.
We're not super. We don't like it super hot. So for us, the northern part of Portugal was the right place to be. Where exactly, but we weren't sure. But we knew that that was the climate that we're looking for. I think scouting an area, and is important as well, to actually go there and kind of get a feel, because I think as much research as you can possibly do is fine, but it has to feel, you have to
Right.
feel the city or town that you're looking at and walk in and say, this is the place for me. And I think Porto did that with us.
Okay.
We just had that feeling of electric. It was an electric feel. And I think the last thing is to do a lot of YouTube videos,
Yeah.
your videos, others, in areas that you're interested in, to get a look at what you're interested in. Kind of helps a lot. It really does. And maybe learning a few basic things with language,
Yeah.
Right.
so that you can, to say hello, and again, it starts you out a little bit on that journey of language, just getting the basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'd agree. For me, it's research. Research. YouTube videos, reaching out to people, making connections. So when you land in a place, you have that soft landing.
Yeah.
That was huge for us.
Yeah.
Just research of where you're going to be, and how to dress, and how to just kind of acclimate into the culture. So you are being respectful of the new culture you're in.
That's an important point. I agree with that. I mean, Kathleen and I always say that our goal is to become more Portuguese.
Yeah.
And you do that by listening and taking advice. We're not here to teach anybody anything. We're here to learn. So
right, exactly.
Exactly.
Anything else?
No, I think that's, I agree with Glenn, the research, looking at the climate, making friends, reaching out, and not being afraid to speak a little Portuguese.
Yeah.
That was a big thing for us. We really want to try to let the Portuguese people know that we want to speak their language, and we want to learn and communicate with them the best that we can.
And what we found, and you guys can chime in as well, what we have found, what Kathleen and I have found, is that the Portuguese people, and I can only talk about the people here in the north, are so ready to help.
Yeah.
They may not be overly like friendly on the street to say hi and all that, but as soon as you make connection, as soon as, like Kim was saying, you say hello and you have a few words, they're there to help. They'll do whatever they can, and they are just so genuine and loving.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
We have found that that's one of the things that was the surprise for us here.
Yeah,
and it's been great.
They've been amazing. They've been amazing and welcoming, which is so nice.
Thank you guys. Thanks for doing this interview. Much appreciated. We know we're going to see a lot more of you guys in the future.
Yes,
we're excited
absolutely.
about you getting back here. Hopefully you'll be here permanently by April.
We're thinking, we're hoping. Yeah.
And, it's I know it's an exciting time.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
We're excited.
Appreciate it.